Are you starting a mentoring relationship for the first time? I'll give you 5 tips for mentors and mentees to help you get the best out of any mentoring relationship. This is Productivity Ace. Let's get it done. There's a high chance that your company has got some sort of official mentoring program that senior leadership are always banging on about. Get a mentor, be a mentee, help people out, join the program. You've probably heard that an awful lot. And you might even be involved in the program itself, either as a mentor or a mentee. There is no doubt that having a career mentor can be exceptionally useful for individuals at any level of an organisation. And mentors also get a lot from the program, not just mentees. I've been involved in several mentoring programs at different companies from both sides. And here are my top 5 tips for a great mentoring relationship. And of course, stick around to the end because I might well sneak in a bonus 6th tip as well. And before the tips, if you liked any of the content in these videos, then do consider subscribing. Hit that like button because it tells YouTube that I'm doing a decent job. It all helps the algorithm. Tip number 1. This one is for mentees. Seek a mentor that offers a different perspective. When looking for a mentor, try to find somebody that isn't a clone of yourself. The more diverse a perspective you can find, the more value you will get. You don't want to just be sitting talking to a mirror image of yourself, somebody that agrees with everything that you want. For example, it's sometimes less preferable to have a mentor that works in the same business as you. Cross-division mentoring relationships are super valuable as the mentor is able to take a top-down look at the way you work in terms of the fundamental pillars of behaviour, delivery, rather than anything particularly specific to the business area that you work in. Of course, there's still benefit having a mentor that is in the same business unit or division as you, but you'll get less of that holistic top-down and unbiased appraisal. Next tip, anybody can be a mentor. I've seen it before where junior employees or people new to a company feel that they maybe aren't qualified to be a mentor. Maybe they haven't been at a company particularly long, or they feel they don't have that level of experience to confidently act as somebody that can mentor somebody else. And that is the case sometimes, but generally it's very true that almost everybody can act as a mentor. Some of the best mentoring relationships that I've actually seen have taken place between 2 junior employees in an organisation. And the mentoring relationship really is two-way, especially in good interactions or with people that end up forming a strong bond. I've seen it where the junior employee ends up providing much needed guidance to a mentor themselves, a senior partner, senior mentor. Everyone needs support at some point. So if you're a junior mentee, then always be on the lookout for opportunities to support your mentor if they're going through a rough patch. You can often be of great help to them. Another tip, as a mentee, prepare and take it seriously. As a mentee, it's really important to realise that getting that regular time in the diary of somebody senior, or anybody really, it's a big deal. There'll be much competition for that time slot, especially if that person is very senior. And for that person to be happy to block out time as part of a regular commitment to you, to dedicate to helping you in your career, well, that really is something. So mentees need to take the whole initiative really seriously indeed. And that means preparation. Mentees should always have an idea of subjects that they'd like to discuss at each meeting. Key questions they need advice on or particular challenges they'd like to share. Come to each meeting with the materials that you need and always take notes on the discussions as and when needed. And if your meeting results in actions, then make sure you log those actions and follow them up for next time. I've seen it before, quite rarely actually, where a mentee doesn't take the opportunity seriously and treats it very informally. And this can lead to the mentor's commitment waning and a substandard interaction if they feel that their advice isn't being really taken seriously or taken note of. So as a mentee, ensure you're giving it full commitment to make the sessions work and be extremely respectful that you've got that valuable slice of the most important resource, and that's somebody's time. Another tip is to implement a no-quibble divorce. It's a fact that not all mentoring relationships work. Sometimes there's just no enthusiasm or the 2 people don't click. In extreme cases, the relationship can be very poor and the individuals just might not like each other. It's nothing to be sad about, it happens. So what I like to do at the start of every mentoring relationship is that I make it very clear that if the other person feels that they aren't getting what they want from the relationship, then they can pull the plug at any time. No hard feelings. I call this the no-quibble divorce. That way, if I've got a junior mentee that might lack the confidence to tell me that they feel things aren't working, then this makes their decision easier. It makes it easier for them to pull the plug and go separate ways. Luckily, I've not had anybody file for divorce on me just yet, but it's important to make that easy for them should they decide to. It's also important to point out that if the people running the mentoring program have done a good job in matching the mentor and the mentee, then this situation is much less likely. The administrators of any mentoring program have got a big responsibility to match mentees and mentors well, based on their personalities, based on their interests, and the goals for the relationship. So that's an important role that, when done well, greatly reduces the chance of a failed mentoring relationship. Another tip: be a thankful mentee. As a mentee, you've really got a great opportunity here. For a senior colleague to voluntarily give up a regular chunk of their time, it's not to be sniffed at. Make sure you've prepared for each session, understand the questions you want to ask, understand the areas you want to explore and the advice that you're looking for, and the more preparation you can do, the better. This will also make your mentor feel that you're really valuing their opinion, and it'll make the relationship stronger and a lot more effective. So as a mentee, prepare as much as you can for each session, as well as having a good idea about what you want from the relationship over the longer term. And as promised, here's your bonus tip. Make it regular and structured at the start. The best mentoring relationships that I've seen feature regular sessions over a specific time period, and it's personal preference, of course, but I tend to do 6 bi-monthly sessions over the course of a year as an official mentoring relationship. And then after that, I suggest that we drop the regular sessions, and instead I'm happy to become a confidant that the mentee can then always reach out to ad hoc. Sometimes that ends up being more regular than before, and sometimes a bit more informal, whatever works. Because by that stage, the relationship has solidified, both parties are very comfortable with each other, and there isn't any need for so much structure or formality. But at the start, a bit of structure and formality and rigidity is quite beneficial. There is no doubt that mentoring is one of the most powerful career tools that it's possible to have. A solid relationship can really help a junior person, as well as being energizing for the more senior partner. So ask your HR department if your company has got any mentoring schemes. And if they don't, then don't hesitate to reach out yourself to somebody that you admire in your business or your company and say, would you mind being a mentor for me? That's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching.